Hey traders, this is Dennis, aka Stock Operator. I want to make a video about psychology of price and price action, and break down one stock for you. This is very crucial thing for traders to do on Saturday and Sunday. Go through daily, weekly gainers, losers, and try to understand why this move happened, why sell-off happened, why we hold at this level, why price squeezed, and what caused that, right? Not just a catalyst, simply like news or something. Very often, news already priced in the price because insiders know and the information leaks very often. Like, look at the EV sector, recent run, Tesla was selling off and we had Chinese companies were going up, and news came out just recently that Tesla had a low sale numbers on their cars in China, and the Asian manufacturing, electric EV manufacturing, been going up. Maybe they already knew this information. Maybe they already positioned themselves that way. So that's why I always say trade what you see, not what you know. It is very important to understand that. And what we see a simple thing, what I call price levels, price action. That's what we see. So let's talk about NCTY because this was a mover on Friday on some news related to, good question. I don't remember what was the news about. Let's see. I'm looking here on TOS. What was in article? Just kind of gives an idea. Clean energy producer mining facilities company, something related to investment into mining or something like that. So anyway, the news were not something like fundamental, a huge change for the company. This is just another news, right? Overall stock being going down and going down. I had this stock on short for continuation. We had it, and as you can see, we had kind of massive volume and squeeze a little bit of here. The float on this name is 11 million. It's very risky play. The short float is only 486k, not a lot. So on this day, the price was already gapping up towards 13 bucks, about 1, 2, 3, 4 days. In my understanding, so possibly all these people will be capitulated and squeezed, but this is going to be only a small amount of people because the price already going down for quite a bit. There will be more stops sitting somewhere around this pivot point and around this pivot point, and then you're going to get that domino effect all the way to this consolidation. And as you can see, we came back exactly to that level. Another thing you can say, well, this moving average there and also acted like a support. So that's how you build your case, right? So approximately we having an idea, so we can get a squeeze through all this level into this consolidation. We didn't know about this move higher, right? Pre-market price was already gapping up decent amount from 11 towards what was the opening, somewhere around 13. So this pretty decent gap up. 11 to 13 was around a 20, 30% or something. So chasing this at the open only could be done as a scalp. Only could be done as a scalp. Let's look at the smaller time frame. As you can see, it was a little bit choppy. The only trade I possibly would take here at the open, it would be breakout right here at 1375 breakout with stops below this 1345. This is the only scalp I would take it. But as you can see, I want to talk about what happened after, and we're gonna go a little bit like this. So this is also a great exercise I recommend everybody to do on different time frames. 1 minute, 5 minutes, doesn't matter. So this is what you see, right? A little bit of chop. Let's say you took this trade for the breakout long scalp, and this is a high bar, wide range bar. I'm gonna remove this wide range bar with high volume. This is a breakout bar. There's a lot of buying coming in here, closing on a high. That means somebody was still buying on a high At the moment, it's very important to see where's the majority of volume was filled, right here or right there, the high, right? So what happens after is so important. So as you can see, we tried to go make a move higher, but we could not on a high volume. A little bit of deep buying was here. So we stay in about 14, a whole number, right? So attempt to make a new move higher. Pretty bullish. What else we see here? Making higher low. So after that, pretty bearish price action. Kind of an engulfing price action to me. What do I see here? I see this high around 1430. We try to break above this 1430 1 minute wide range bar. So the levels come from wide range bars. Very often levels come from wide range bars. Why? Because that's exhaustion of the move. The wide range bar, look at this wide range bar, it becomes a level right here, right? This 5 minute wide range bar becomes a level right there. So this 1 minute wide range bar becomes a level right here around 1430. And you gotta look at this, especially when you trade this. Oh, I can't do it like this. Especially when you trade on a 1 minute chart. So this is your level. We tried to break above, we could not. We broke, but we went down and closed below. This is a fake breakout by 2 bars, closing above, closing below. Technically, it triggers short setup for the scalp to the downside, and you can take a short around 1430. We will stop slightly above this area or kind of protect yourself on a high. So what happens next? Attempt to break higher, could not. Indication for the weakness, and we're making a move down. So nice hold around 14, making a new low, but still kind of weak. The volume fading here. You don't see the buying coming in here. You don't see the buying, you don't see a lot of selling coming in here too, right? So back to 1430, we're closing right at the high of the level of wide range bar. And that area where we also rejected at 1437. This is a really good indication. We're either going to break or we're going to go down. The moment we're going to go down, it's a good area to add to your trade or get your initial entry for your scalp. Since this is the level, you're playing this intraday 1 minute scalping level. What happens after? You got a big volume, bigger than the previous candles, and you get a dump. Engulfing bearish price action. This candle engulfs all of these candles and closing weak below all of these candles bodies. After that, you see 1 bar play. And not a 1 bar play, but 1 bar holding on the low, making a new low, and a little bit of consolidation, kind of a resting momentum here. This is, to me, a potential indication for the breakdown lower. What would you think people are going to put their stops? Remember what we talk about for this breakout? You got to think about a price psychology, how people position themselves. Although those people who kind of bought this deep buy right here or VWAP, not a lot of volume, they're a little bit of weak hands. Those people who bought this breakout, they put their stop right there, or right there, or right there. All those people who bought this 1 minute bar, they put their stop below this 1 minute bar. All those people who bought this deep buy, of this kind of risking this area. So we might see kind of a domino effect all the way to the lows around 1287. So let's put a level there, 1287. And we play in the range. So we already shorted this right here. If you miss shorting right there, you got opportunity shorting right here. If you miss shorting right there, you got opportunity right here. I hope you understand what do I mean this by the fake breakout by 2 bars. And it's very clean when the level retests, especially right here. It confirms the idea that you put your level correctly. So what you see after that, high volume, taking stops all the way back to the lows. And this is what I call perfect short. Perfect short with a nice defined risk to reward. So your reward is about towards opening price, towards this around 13.11. So as you can see, here is your target around 13.11, and now price starting to consolidate a little bit. Let's continue and watch. So the pullback, they're trying to get a pullback. Maybe it can bounce, right? Because we're kind of having this range from here to there. Often, sometimes prices just go ranging, right? Bounce in the midpoint to rev-up or whatever. So we got to see if we're still holding a position a little bit, right? Because you got to take the profit target here. You made about 5R or 3R, depends on the stop. So what you got to see, the pullback, the time, how much time we're going to spend around this area. Are we going to push higher? How much volume we're going to have on this push? So a lot of things you got to look for this pullbacks. As you can see, immediately we're pushing back down, breaking down. The volume slightly increasing but not confirming yet, and finally breaking below. This is where you're probably going to take another target at the low. We're closing below the level 1288, so, and possibly we're going to trigger those stops. So here you go, nice continuation, but start consolidating around that level a little bit. I think there is more downside, and now possibly you can trail your stop towards this moving averages, right? So we're getting another low around 1250. So as you can see, 1250 would be a good area to also kind of play as a half point. What else we coming back? We're coming back towards this 1240, 1250, the high right here, right? Consolidation on the daily. I'm sorry, Siri, listening to me. So around 1250. So always don't think like a greedy person. Think like a smart, rational person. Where would you take profits, and where would you buy? Where would you flip your position? Where would longs come? Where would shorts come? Right? So around 1250, this is a smart area for you to get out. So, and don't oversee it. As you can see, 1250 dump, and you got this immediately pop. This is the area where you want to get out of your positions. Don't wait for your target to get to stop to get hit, because it can happen real quick. So this is a little bit of interesting situation right now. You got a 1240 low. This line already populated based on high and lows for the day, right? Today is a Saturday, and it's a line already populated. So you got also volume coming in here, engulfing price action. And now you're possibly going to get a squeeze, and you will get stepped out here on your last partial. Well, don't wait. Don't wait. Think smart and flip your positions when needed. This is a bullish indication for me right now. We're possibly going to get squeezed to the midpoint around VWAP 1350. So if we're going to play long here, which is totally fine, think smart. Where would people have their positions sitting? Shorts right here, shorts right there, right? Shorts around VWAP and high. So you're gonna get the same thing, domino effect. So what we need to see for the price to continue to go lower, you want to see shallow pullbacks. You want to see rejection on the high with volume and price after that going down. Think logically. If the price going up, right, price going up and volume going up, it's probably buying. If price going up and volume going up and then price going down, and often on a lower volume, would something happen there, it probably was a seller selling there on a high and the volume was increasing, and then as you can see right here, the volume increasing, but that price started dropping down and volume dropped down. This is an indication that was a seller there. So for me to play long here, I want to play the breakout over 1297. Why 1297? This is a level. This is a level right here. And now we closed at this level and trying to break. I would go long on this candle. View a stop below. Two ways to play stop. Think about it this way. You have your pivot point low right here with nice buying coming in. So this is a smart, ideal way to play your stop, but your target should be high, around the 1440s. and that would be okay playing about 3R, right? Sometimes they come to the mid of the range right here. It would be only about 1R, but still good, right? And 1R plays actually good ideas sometimes to play them instead of just focusing on 2-3 Rs if the opportunity is there. So this is one way, you put your stop right there. The other way where you put your stop somewhere below around 1260, give it a little bit of like 1266. So entering right here on this candle 1290 for the breakout. Why are we entering on this candle? Because this candle tried to break higher, could not, but closed on a higher level. The next candle did a shakeout and closed above the level. This is confirms we're about to squeeze breakout, and something is about to happen. Maybe not immediately, but something is about to happen. So let's look what's gonna go after that. We're making a little bit of pullback, rejection. You got a breakout to 13. It's a whole number. Here's a breakout, the one you got it. So now, as you can see, there's a low volume on a deep buy. Very interesting way. People probably gonna put their stops too close, too tight here, and can be some sort of a shakeout. So we had a fake breakout over the 13, right? 13.05. This is the high of this candle. We put it 13.05. We had a fake breakout here. What happens next? Trying to go higher, we cannot. Trying to go higher, I mean, we're making new highs, but it does look weak. We're going up on a low volume. What do we have after that? A dump on a high volume, closing below the level. People start panicking. A little bit of bounce relief. People start entering on this candle, which is probably not a smart idea to enter right here. The reason it's not a smart idea to enter right here is because here's your level and the price flirts with the level. You gotta see clean confirmation that price gonna hold above the level. Bounce. So far you saw the shakeout upside. Let's see what's gonna happen after that. Again, the same kind of weakness. Price going up on a low volume. Breaking higher. Well, you got a spike there. It looks bullish. Looks like we want to go higher. So closing above this pivot point right now. So let's see what we're gonna get there. A little bit of weakness on the volume here. Nice consolidation. So this is also a good area to play for breakout. 1326 for the squeeze towards this area towards 1350 VWAP. Let's see what's gonna happen there. Well, unfortunately you got a shakeout, so be careful in this situation. And you got a dump. Look at this dump all the way to 1218. Got all of these stops, got stops from this breakout, and got this people who were buying here. Almost, let's see, slightly it's gonna drop even lower. Oh, triggering stops here, shaking out. This is a pure shakeout. So now we go back below. That's 1287, the level we have in from the open, right? 1287, and we consolidating below that level. So it's very important to understand what's the next move. Where's it gonna go down and sell all the way back towards this like 1150s, you know, fill the gap, or we're gonna consolidate and start building high low and start pushing higher. So here's a breakout. We're back in business. Breakout above 1289, but it's too soon for me to judge if we're gonna get any move. The volume increase for sure. Start rising. Here's a push higher. 1311-ish. 1318. Pullback. So this is pullback to 13. 13 was a nice number, right? Look at this. We hit it to the penny on this 1 minute bar, so now we're coming back to 13. If we start building some sort of a support around 13, there's a possibility that we're building high low here, right? We did a shakeout, broke below these pivot points, took their stops. Now, possibly if they're gonna hold 13, we can play long over all 13 with the confidence, right? What time frame we talking about? I think it's around 11. Yeah, it's right here. So as you can see on a 5 minute, it's definitely showing you an idea that there's a potential hold up going on here at this time. So if the 13 it holds here, possibly gonna go play the long side here. Looks really good. Maybe there's gonna be a good breakout. Plus, look at this. You're gonna get squeeze shorts right here and right there. All right, so this looks really good. Here's your highs here, 13.19. Now we're closing about the on a high. This is very bullish. The moment we're gonna break, I'm gonna go long. Stop. I'll mitigate towards towards 13, actually below the 13, 12.95. I'm gonna give it the room. I'm gonna be smart here in this game. My stop's gonna be 12.80, 12.84. I'm gonna place stop 12.84 right here. So, but there is also a way you can put your stop at 12.95. Oh, shake out upside on a big volume. And I enter right there. I enter right there. I'm in already. Right? I'm in already for the breakout. I didn't take any targets because my stop is right there. I didn't even reach 1 hour. Look at this. We got a little bit of another shakeout consolidation type of a push. What do we see right now, guys? Shakeout to the downside on a big volume. For those who put their stop at 13, below 12.95, got smoked. Huh. You see what I'm saying? This is important key level, the one we were flirting in. We're flirting with this level, and you got this consolidation. All right, my stop sitting right here, 12.85. I'm smarter than the majority of people. Didn't put my stop there. What we see after that, we're coming back to this area. This is a very, very nice limit player hold. 13.19, penny to the penny, we're hitting that. I don't mind adding to my order and mitigating my stops right now to 12.99. I don't mind adding to my order and mitigating my stop to 12.99. And then I will be selling some into VWAP and then writing the rest, that initial lot, to the higher prices. Watch out for the breakout over this limit player. Why it's a limit player? Because price hitting the penny to the penny, 13.19, 13.19. You got a breakout on a high volume. Boom. What's coming next? Push. Hitting our target, 13 right here. Target, guys. Watch out what's happening next. Squeeze, massive volume. This is the biggest volume, one of the biggest volumes, guys. We're squeezing. What are we squeezing? We're squeezing shorts. We're squeezing a seller. We're squeezing that limit player hold. And that's how the price action works. One bar, deep buying came in, holding the bid on a high. Most likely they're going to squeeze even higher here. Pushing higher. So let's see if they're going to build up around VWAP. Another attempt to go higher. Consolidation. This is the prior levels we talk about, right? This is the prior levels, penny to the penny. Now what we want to see them build up around these levels, and we can actually mitigate our stop to this area and maybe even add to our play. This is pretty bullish. You can play long, candle over candle right here. Add long here and get you a stop towards around 13.30. It's a little weepy, but people get nervous. Shakeout. Here's a shakeout, another one. Possibly shakeout. So remember what I said? Once you start playing these minor pivot points on a lower volume, you don't get enough support here. Support really comes from a longer consolidations. Where would you get your longer consolidation and the biggest volume? It's around this area. So for those who put their stops around this pivot point, around 13.56, they got stopped out right here. And it's a possible squeeze back. So let's see what's going to happen here. You got this nice consolidation. So again, once we start pushing above this 13.30 to 14.40, 40, that's where the long setup triggers again. Boom, this is the long setup triggers, guys. Stop gotta go around 13.13. This is a long setup. Let's see, squeeze, squeeze. Look at this. This is coming to your target. Most likely we're gonna get another squeezer there. It is a little choppy, I agree. Not the best price action, but there is understandable story going on here. High lows build up, volume spiking 14 whole number. The high is a 14.30, and then you got this 14.57. 14.30, that was an important pivot point. Okay, now we're pushing, now we're squeezing. Now it looks like we're about to go bananas here, right? Look at this. It's crazy price action. You definitely got to take your targets there. And here is the 14.30. We came penny to the penny to this 14.30. That would be my final target. I mean, you can still leave something to play out. Maybe it's a good idea because this is getting into this crazy mode. You know, if the short's still sitting here and trying to pile shorts here, and if the big player on a long side has more power, more money, and their agenda is to squeeze, and it's just gonna work on their side, and the shorts will be capitulated over 14.60. So let's leave something to play out because we're sitting in the money. We had a bunch of winning trades. We're looking good over 14.30, nice volume, and now we're getting this massive squeezer. Look at this. Look at the volume coming in, the biggest volume, the spike. This is definitely something you want to sell into. Wide range bar in the 1 minute. Look at this. This thing moved 14.92 to 15.62, 16.28. I would be selling my position on this wide range bar, 100%. And that's what I really want to talk about, this guys. Price action, the price levels, and how to understand the psychology, how other people position themselves. The same applies to a daily chart, the weekly chart, the 5-minute chart. All of these time frames is just to zoom in and zoom out, right? And is different time frames for different styles of trading. Scalping 1-minute chart. You want to swing trade, you got to look at the daily chart, and make sure you don't micromanage, because if you swing trade, you don't look at a 1-minute chart, it's gonna spook you. It's gonna give you a bunch of signals, and then you're gonna get out of your swing. You have to refer to a day trading, a daily chart, and same applies to on a smaller time frame, right? You have to line up like 1 and 5 for scalping, and so on and so forth. All right, guys. Kind of long video, but a lot of good stuff here for you to learn. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm willing to help you and answer any questions. Other than that, take care. I'll talk to you later.